You already learned about using variables to store numbers or strings. Now we're going to learn about something called arrays, which let us store multiple items in just one variable. As you'll see, arrays let us do all kinds of useful things. Okay, let's review variables, all right? So we have var my friend equals Sophia. So a variable is just a way of storing a value, like Sophia, and giving it a label so our program has an easy way to refer to it later. We can think of it like a drawer with a my friend label on the outside and Sophia on the inside. So whenever we look inside it, we find Sophia. Now sometimes we want to hold multiple values in a single variable. And we can't just do it like this because we'll get a syntax error and our program will freak out and all that stuff. So we have a specific way that we do that, and that's using arrays. So we could say my friends equals, and then we have to do a square bracket, and then inside, that's where we can put all the values. So we say Sophia, and we have John, and we have Leaf. All right, so those are my 3 friends, maybe in order of how much I like them, but don't tell them that. Okay, so now our variable holds 3 values, not just one. And we can imagine it's like a chest of drawers, and we put this label my friends on the whole chest, and we can just open the right drawer to find the value we're looking for, right? And you imagine with a chest of drawers, if you want to know what's inside, the first drawer, you would just open it up and look inside. So how do we do that with an array? Well, we can just type the name of the array, and then the brackets again. Oh, I misspelled it. The brackets, and then the number of whatever it is in the array, right? So maybe it'd be 1, okay? So let's actually try this out by using the text command and showing Sophia on the canvas. So we say my friends. Ooh, friend is a hard word to spell, huh? So my friends 1, and then we put it here. Oh, and then let's put a little fill. Oh, okay, so we see John. Why do we see John? We said 1 for the element index, right? The 1 right here. Well, that's because arrays start at 0, not 1. And it'll definitely seem weird at first, but you'll get used to it. So if we put 0, then we see Sophia, all right? And then if we want to show the next element, then we use 1, all right? So, and then if we want to do the final element, the third element, then we use 2. So you just think to yourself, okay, which one do I want to retrieve? Oh, let's spread these out. And where is it located? And you just subtract 1. So the first one is 0, the second one is 1, the third one is 2, etc., etc. What happens if I forgot and I try to access Leaf this way? Well, then we say my friend's 3, and we'll just get nothing. That's because there's nothing there, right? When it says 3, it looks for the 4th element, and there's no 4th element, so there's just nothing. And that's something that can happen a lot when you're using arrays, so just look out for that. And the same thing if I tried to access 100, because I don't have 100 friends. I only have 3, so then we get nothing. All right, so let's get rid of those. Now let's say we want to keep track of how many friends we have, because I'm really proud and I have 3 friends and I want to let everybody know. So I'm going to go and declare this to the world. So I have num friends. Woo, all right. Okay, so I have 3 friends. Yay. Oh, that's not very many. Okay, so maybe Winston feels bad for me and says he'll be my friend. And he says I can add him to the array. And I was like, okay, cool. Thanks, Winston. So I add Winston. Oh, but it still says I have 3 friends. Right, because I have to go and update this variable here. That means every time that I add something to this array, I have to update this variable. And that could get really annoying, especially if all of you guys watching this decide you'll be my friend. And then, I'm updating this thousands of times and having to update this every time. So here's the thing. We so often want to know how long our array is that there's a special way to do that. So the array will keep track of how long it is using a property called length. And to use it, we just say myFriends.length, and then we'll get back the length. See, now it says 4, and I can delete this variable. I don't need it anymore. And this property will update whenever we add. So maybe Oh No's guy says he'll be my friend, and I'm like, okay, you're kind of mean, but okay, you'll be my friend. And we can keep adding, and it'll keep updating. So that's really cool because it's a lot less work to keep track of how long our array is. All right, so pretty much whenever we want to store a list of values like this, we'll use an array. So keep watching to find out all the really cool things that we can use them for.